you slipping now. Don't catch you slipping now. Look what I'm whipping now. This is America. Don't catch you slipping.
Yeah. What's up, Docs and Docettes? Trevor Thompson, the self-appointed Looney Tunes critic here, and right now, you guys, Childish Gambino, my boy, is doing really well. Coincidentally, things are going really well for his boy, Donald Glover. Solo is in theaters now, and Glover plays Lando Calrissian. His song, This Is America, has gone triple viral platinum, which wasn't a thing before this song. And another related news, I recently did a commentary for Cartoon All-Stars to the Rescue. Okay, let me explain, because apparently I didn't do a good job of that before. On the commentary, I mentioned, but didn't really belabor the point, that the special was, for lack of a better word, a bait and switch. I have exhausted my search for a commercial advertising of Cartoon All-Stars to the Rescue, but I remember those commercials crystal clear. They aired for weeks on Saturday morning, almost 2 months before All-Stars finally aired. Trust me, I remember them. And even if I only liked about a third of the characters in this thing, I was still high off of Roger Rabbit, man. The idea that I could see my favorite characters from opposing studios together made sense. It was free now. We were all free to see that kind of thing. So to tell me I could see all these characters together now, those commercials grabbed me. I remember them. There wasn't any of this.
Hey kids, are you thinking about doing drugs? Is your older brother or sister doing drugs or drinking? Well then you and your whole family need to sit down and watch Cartoon All-Stars to the Rescue. Watch as all your favorite characters from the most popular Saturday morning cartoons come together as a team to help Michael, a young boy who forgot to say no.
No, none of that stuff at all. Not a hint of it. This is what the commercials were like. Thanks.
Hey kids, do you like Bugs Bunny? What about Donald Duck's nephews? And Muppet Babies and Ninja Turtles? Hey, wouldn't it be great if you could see all your favorite cartoon character favorites in one place? Want to see everyone from all your favorite shows on Saturday morning? Then you need to watch Cartoon All-Stars to the Rescue. See Slimer and Pooh with the Smurfs, and Alf and Garfield with the Chipmunks. The gang's all here for Cartoon All-Stars to the Rescue. Saturday morning, 8 a.m., April 21st on ABC, NBC, and CBS.
Exactly, Manx.
Also Fox and USA, but them.
I wish we could find the original commercials, because that is exactly the kind of thing that we saw for several weeks leading up to the broadcast. Every Saturday morning for almost 2 months. And then right when it started, that fateful Saturday morning, right before it started, we saw this.
Cartoon All-Stars to the Rescue is the powerful story of a teenager dealing with drug and alcohol abuse.
That was it.
Some of your favorite cartoon characters
That was it.
will help you understand how drugs and alcohol can ruin your life.
That was it right there. That moment right there. When the Crypt Keeper and his Quaker Oats wife mentioned drugs and alcohol, me, my sister, and as I found out the following Monday when I went back to school, every kid in my grade, and even a few under, knew that we'd been set up. That was the moment. Because if the president is telling you to watch the program, there's no way in hell this is going to be fun. But what does this have to do with Donald Glover, though? In his stand-up special, Weirdo, Glover tells the story of a kid that loved sugar so much that he had to beg his mom to get Cocoa Puffs, and when she finally caved in and bought them, he thought he'd gotten what he wanted, until they got home.
My mom was a Tupperware woman, and my mom goes over to the cabinet and does the most devious thing I've ever seen anyone ever do. She takes a big Tupperware container meant for cereal, like one of those big things that you pour and stuff, opens it up, takes a quarter of the Cocoa Puffs, like just the top, like 1/4 the Cocoa Puffs, pours it in there like, brrr, then takes a big old box of Kicks, pours like the whole thing on top of it, shakes it up, so like the ratio is like 13,000 Kicks to 1 Cocoa Puff. She takes the box and slides it across the table and is like, there you go. And my brother's like, and continues to pour himself a bowl. You how could you ruin this to me? Like, cry. But he still ate it.
This is what I wanted to show you guys. This is what everyone in 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade felt in America. Saturday morning, April 21st, 1990.
This is America.
That's what it was like for all of us in that generation, you guys. When the president and the first lady tell you just before the show that it's a Just Say No special, you have a choice to make. You know at that point that it's gonna suck. Deep in our guts, back then, we all knew it. But most of us, instead of turning off the tube, we couldn't switch over to another channel because it was on all 3 channels. It wasn't like we were going to go watch another show on Saturday morning. All the major networks, including USA and Fox,
Them.
were showing this thing. It was a simulcast. So what do? We sat and we watched it, even though we knew it was a bait and switch. We knew we had been tricked, and we watched it anyway. And do you know why? Because we wanted the sugar. We wanted the Cocoa Puffs of seeing our favorite characters, so we ate through the kicks of morality, crying the whole time. Well, that was grim. So, let's move on to something else. One other thing I didn't mention in that commentary that is a regular subject of discussion in these videos I do. Television budgets are too small to make animation that is worthy of theatrical cartoons. And this special, like many animated TV shows of the day, was animated overseas by Wang Film Productions, formerly Cuckoo's Nest. If you don't think that Disney respects its classical cartoon characters more than Warner Brothers respects theirs, then you need to watch this special again. Originally, the producers of Cartoon All-Stars to the Rescue wanted Disney to give them Mickey, Goofy, and Donald, and Warner's to give them Bugs and Daffy. These 5 characters are giants in the history of theatrical cartoon animation. And yet Warner's said yes to the loan out at a time before Tiny Toons or any of the other Spielberg successes. And yet Disney, who knew that at that time no overseas studio could accurately handle classic traditional animation, said no. The reason that the Disney properties in this special are Huey, Dewey, and Louie and Winnie the Pooh is because they were from series that had already successfully been tested with the Taiwan-based Wang. Taiwan-based Wang, that kind of sounds like a porno. So let's boil this all down. This special, which primarily features characters animated for TV and is being animated by a TV animation studio, Natch, needs to animate these classic characters. Both Disney and Warner Brothers know that those characters can't be done well with TV budgets in 1990, but the mouse is the only one that cares. This is why, while I am a bigger fan of the Warner Brothers characters, Disney always gets my respect when it comes to how well a studio treats its cartoon legacy. Warner Brothers very often seems to be just a few steps behind in terms of knowing what would work for the Looney Tunes and having the courage to do what would work for the Looney Tunes. Anyway, just wanted to point all that out. Those 2 facts that get overlooked about this special the most. And also, Disney wouldn't let the overseas crew mess up their classic characters, and Warner's, as usual, was fine with it. And yes, while we're on the subject of wrapping it up and saying bad things that I did, which we weren't on, but now we are, I did use Donald Glover footage because he's trending, so sue me. And yes, I also did this video because people are watching the crap out of my John Mulaney Explains Back to the Future video, and I thought it would be smart to link to that. Yes, double yes. I need the views and the subscriptions, and yes, triple yes, I'm very desperate for views, okay? So sue me. Or just subscribe, whatever. Okay, good video. Maybe the best one yet, who knows, only time will tell. And in the meantime, as well as all the time, I'm Trevor Thompson, the self-appointed Looney Tunes critic, and until next time, that's all, folks.